Hello YouTube, Gentleman 2005 here with a review of S.H.Figuarts Super Shinken Red Super Tunnel! So, after getting all the Shinkengers and now the Gokaigers, they've decided to do Super Shinken Red. For whatever reason, I like them, it's nice. It was a little baffling when I took them this long, but whatever, you know, it's fine, we'll do whatever they want to do. So, we see basically the same box as Shinken Red. So it says Super Shinken Red, still says Takeru Shiba, still has the lettering, it just says Super Shinken Red. Super, the Shinkenger logo, we see him here. We see at the top, same thing, just says Super on it. I still got the fire kanji over here, and we see, of course, there's white. It's not just red, it's also red and white. On the back, we see him with the Super Shinkenmaru, him with the Inromaru, him with the Mogyu Bazooka, and Super Shinkenmaru, and then the accessories there. So let's pull him out. Like with Forze Fire States, we just saw in many of the Gokaigers, there was plastic around the waist, and I had to pull that apart. Basically, it was easier to pull the figure apart, which you see that the coat is actually made onto him. It's not like an actual thing you would take on and off. We see the Mogyu Bazooka he comes with, the Inromaru, Shinkenmaru, ShodoPhone in brush mode, Super Disc, and the Mogyu Bazooka Disc, as well as 8 hands. So let's get him out, take a look at the figure itself. One thing I do notice, I'll say this now, is that I find the cloak, the little bathrobe, as we like to call it, hides the fact that the shoulders are discolored. So that's cool. Oh wait, I gotta take the paper off of the cloak. Oops, there we go. There's all kind of paper stuck to here. We got plastic. Okay. Alright, so let's get the pieces out. Let's start with this here. This is the same ShodoPhone in brush mode we saw with every Shinkenger before us. Moving along, here's the Inromaru right there, and it does open. Let me get it. There we go. You can put, it's got details even on the inside of it, so it's not like it's a blank piece of plastic. Here's the Shinkenmaru, no disc. You can see it's the same sword we've gotten for the other Shinkengers. Here is the Mogyu Bazooka. Right there, this piece opens in order to put in the Shinkenmaru, and the horns will move all around, so they have that going on. Our 2 discs, here's the Super Disc. Right, oops, I dropped it. Super Disku. Right there. And then here is the Mogyu Bazooka Disc. So what we can do is this. We can take, if we want to, we can have this here. We will put snap it in, and we can close it, and you can see it looks like there's a disc inside. You can see the disc. We can also put this disc on the sword, which we'll do here. Then it will just slide on, actually just like the toy does, like the standard deluxe toy or whatever. Slides right on, Super Shinkenmaru. Then what we can do, we have the Mogyu Bazooka. In order to get the Super Mogyu Bazooka, we'll just lift this up, slot this in all the way, and you can see it fits. There's a slot for a disc, there's a slot for all of it, and we close it in, and now it doesn't really stay down too well though, but we now have the Super Mogyu Bazooka. So, and since it's closed in, it will not just fall out. So let's pull this out here and look at the actual figure finally. So we see the same helmet as on Shinken Red with the fire kanji. We can see his cloak. It's got this rubbery feel to it. It's kind of, who's a good example? It's kind of like I guess it's kind of like the Kiva's cloaks. Who's someone else with a cloak? I can't think of who it is now. It's not really like Knight's cape, There's some, like Ryutaro's. It's probably like Ryutaro's cloak. Alright, so we see the belt, the sword will slot in when the Inromaru is not on it. ShodoPhone over here. We see his legs. And on the back we got the kanji right there and the Shiba logo. So articulation, his head can move. It gets stopped by the jacket, but that's fine because he doesn't need to turn his head more than that anyway. The arms, pretty good articulation on the arms. Doesn't seem to be too much hindered by the by anything other than the weird shoulder. Which now, okay, there we go. Still has weird Shinkenger shoulders, but like I said, it's harder to see because usually this thing, and actually these things go up and down. As you can see, they rest on the shoulder. It hides it from view mostly, and then the legs. We got full leg articulation, not really hindered too much by the cloak, which is always a plus for us. So, what do we want to do? I know what I want to do with them. So I think that's what I'll do. I'm going to go ahead and change out both hands. I got like a hand mess in here when I opened this. Oh, the first thing I want to see, actually, before we even get into that, is I want to see if what kind of other discs will fit in the Inromaru, because I know somebody's going to ask me. Now, if you'll remember from the other Shinkenger reviews, we had all their individual discs. For example, here's the Shishi disc I just pulled off the record, Daizanto. And now we know it doesn't fit onto the sword. Let's see if we can get it into here. Okay, so after much trying, we can see that it will not fit, which is kind of a disappointment because then it means we can't make it look like he's doing his special supered up attack. I don't know why they didn't make a second size disc for all the Shinkengers like that, but they didn't. And so it's pretty much, you can, you don't get a, you can only put the super disc in there or a similar size disc that fits on the sword. So let's change out both hands. One hand, two hands. Alright, so we're basically going to do that pose from the back of the box with him and the two weapons because I think it looks pretty awesome. Plus, I'm not really a fan of combining the two weapons into one giant cannon sword thing. So we'll put this in this hand. We'll tilt it up. We'll put the sword in this hand. Hopefully I grabbed the right hand because I would hate to have to change hands mid-pose. So we'll get the sword in. Although I think I might have grabbed the wrong hand. But that looks fine. So he's got this kind of out and extended this way. I find that Shinkengers have an awful time holding things. So I wonder if this hand's probably the one I want. I gotta change hands. Gotta change hands. Derp. Lol. Alright. So. Oh my gosh, why? I hate when it does that. Like, there we go. Turn that wrist without dropping the sword. I don't understand why you can't turn the wrist without him dropping the damn sword. Okay. So there we have him. Stand him upright. Tilt the horns of the bazooka. There we go. Super Shinken Red with his weapons. Looking awesome. I really like this figure. I love the Shinkengers. I love that it comes with all the weapons and whatnot. I think you should definitely see about getting this guy. They're not too hard to find for some reason, the Shinkengers. One of the original ones where I haven't actually checked on this guy since he came out. But he's worth it. I don't think this should be too hard to find. Which I think he looks really cool. Especially if obviously we didn't pick up the regular red, then definitely pick up Super Red. But they're really good, the Sentai ones, and I like that the shoulder pads hide or not the shoulder pads, I guess, but the giant wing flaps of his coat hide the screwed up shoulder pad colors. So, which is always a plus, because that was a big problem for the Shinkengers. So, yeah, so until next time, check out the podcast website, Ramboards, RazRangersandRambles.com, bringing you the latest token news in the craziest way possible. And as always, thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.